Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Formula 2, my career with Michael Schumacher as we enter round 4, Monte Carlo. The Monaco Grand Prix weekend, not one of my favourites I have to admit, but we'll give it a go, shall we? This could be my worst race of the season easily. So we're going to head into qualifying after a very disappointing practice where I was last, which is no surprise really on this circuit. I am not expecting a good result at all here in the game. In fact, I'll be surprised if I actually finish this race, because I just bounce off the walls the whole time around this track. I do not like this track. It's not a race track. Never will be. Alright, let's try. Well, that's not a good start already. Didn't make it round the first corner. Oh, hit the ball.
Are you okay? That was a big one. Confirm you're okay, please.
No, Jeff, we're not okay. So that's us out of the qualifying with a broken car, which is not going to be good for the race because that means we're going to be starting last. Didn't even complete a lap.
As we wind down from the excitement of qualifying, here's a look at your top three: Alesi, Hubert and Jordan King. The grid is set then, so that just leaves the race itself. Join us tomorrow where we'll be live with all the action, and until then, goodbye.
Yeah, I just kind of want to get past this weekend and on to round 5, which will hopefully be on a proper racetrack, because this freaking track sucks. I'm pleased I don't do it in my normal My Team career. I took the track out of the calendar. Monaco is awful.
Monaco. Formula 2 has been welcomed back to this most famous of race locations, and the excitement in the air is building as we count down to the start of today's race. The Circuit de Monaco is, for all practical purposes, pretty much unchanged since its 1929 introduction. It's strange to consider, but this 2.1 mile lap will take the drivers here around almost an entire country. 19 corners, but not that many opportunities for overtaking. Instead, this is a track that rewards technical skill.
Which I don't have. I definitely don't have technical skill.
I'm Alex Jakes, and I'm joined once again by the GP2 champion, Davide Valsecchi. Davide, today's race takes place on one of the most infamous street circuits in motorsports. What is it about this track that makes it stand out?
Alex, I'm very happy to be here. Monaco is a short track, but the wall is just after the white line. The drivers need to stay aware from the line and from the wall. And it's so important to start in the first 2 rows if you want to compete for the victory.
So before the off, let's remind ourselves of yesterday's results with a look at the starting grid. Giuliano Alesi has a clear track ahead of him today. He starts in pole position. And starting alongside is Antoine Hubert. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have King, 8-Kit, Nobuharu Matsushita, and Aylott, Correa, Schumacher, Boccalacci, Nikita Mazepin, Latifi, Joe, Tatiana Calderon, and Sete Camara, Giotto, Delatraz, Galeo, and Ralph Boschung, Raghunathan, and Schumacher.
Oh, that's embarrassing.
Out just moments away,
didn't beat Raghunathan.
Down to the track.
I didn't beat Raghunathan. That is embarrassing.
After the points finish last race, let's aim to keep the momentum going.
I really don't fancy. I really don't expect this race to go well. Here we go. Race start. Everyone gets away reasonably well. I'm at the back of the field being very slow. Yeah, this is not a good race for me. Definitely not. Bit of a yellow flag situation there. But yeah, these guys are just going to drive away from me. Unfortunately, I'm not very good at this track in this game, or any Formula 1 game. I do not like Monaco as a circuit. Doesn't suit my driving style at all, where I'm a bit loose and on the edge all the time with the car. There's just no room for error here. You have to be on the racing line the whole time, and I'm not good at that. I tend to, you know, get a little bit wide on normal racetracks, tend to explore track limits on normal racetracks. You can't do that on this circuit, and as a result, it just doesn't suit me. I'm so slow because I'm just on the brakes the whole time trying to keep the thing out of the walls, and you can't race like that. So unfortunately for me, this is not a points race. The only thing I'm doing is racing for pride, to see if I can actually complete all the laps. I just want to see if I can complete all the laps and not actually crash, because qualifying was an embarrassment. To crash before I'd even started my flying lap was a joke. But obviously this weekend is now gone, because I'm not going to win this race. I'm not going to get in the points, and then the sprint race as well, I'm not going to do very well in that. So that's just, honestly, might as well pack up and go home now and get ready for the next race, which hopefully, fingers crossed, is going to be at a proper racetrack. And if it's at a proper racetrack, then I've got a chance. And even if I was in a Formula 1 car, and if I was in a Mercedes, I would not do very well at this track. I hate this track. In my team career, I didn't even select this track as a race in the calendar. In fact, I didn't select any of the street circuits as races on my calendar because I just hate them. I see no point in racing street circuits when you can race at proper tracks around the world. When there are loads of proper tracks in this planet, why are we racing on freaking crap like this? Honestly. The one good thing about the real Formula 1 calendar this year, the F1, you know, the proper F1 2020 calendar, there's no Monaco Grand Prix. And honestly, some of the races that they're actually adding to the Formula 1 calendar this year, I don't know why they don't race at those circuits all the time and get rid of some of the other ones. Because they're going to be quite good. Bit dark. The lights are on round the track. Are you expecting rain? I think I made a bit of a mistake as well, because after the practice session I went into qualifying and I wasn't happy with the setup. I was trying to get myself more grip and downforce, and one of the things I did was lower the ride height of the car, and I don't think that really helped at all. Certainly didn't help me in qualifying, Don't think it's helping too much in the race because I think the car keeps bottoming out. I also, between qualifying and the race, took some front wing off the car. Took off some downforce as well. I think that was a mistake. I should have run 11 for front and rear wing on this circuit. Maybe for the sprint race I'll put the front wing aero back up. Because I just honestly don't see how I'm going to stand a chance. I'm a second a lap slower than the other cars. A second a lap, you know, on this circuit. That's not good. I'm usually the one that's a second a lap faster than everyone else. To have the tables turned on me in this race is just unreal. Unreal. Track is so bumpy as well. Oh, nearly crashed into the Pirelli board. That would have been terrible. Again, that sort of mistake cost me loads on this track. So slow through that section as well compared to the other cars. Right, I'm going to pit. I'm pitting. Jeff told me to pit, change your strategy. Apparently he's not happy with what he's seeing out there on the track, and honestly, don't blame you. The good thing is they're not changing my front wing. We should take that as a bit of a victory that I haven't actually knocked the front wing off the car yet. That's a positive. Now I'm going to be even slower than the other drivers because now I'm on the wrong tyre. However, initially, coming out of the pits, this tyre felt quite good. I actually had a bit of confidence to be a bit more aggressive. Strange that. Again, got very close to that Pirelli board. Oh. Not quite. The car just doesn't give me confidence. It doesn't feel glued to the track at all. You know, I just don't trust it not to go into the barriers. And if you don't trust the car, you're never going to relax. And if you don't relax, you're not going to be fast. But you've got to be relaxed to go fast. Can't even see the other cars anymore. They've gone. They have gone. They're that far ahead of me. Oh, there's a car. That's in a dangerous spot. Why isn't that a safety car? Or a virtual safety car to remove that? You know what that means, though? I'm not last. I'm technically not last anymore. I mean, only thanks to a car crashing out or retiring or whatever. Tell you what, it'd be nice if a few more cars could retire from the race. That would do me the world of good. Give it the beans through the tunnel. Coming up to start lap 10. And it's not looking promising, I have to say. This is not a good race for me. Like I say, it's just pride. never feel like I can get enough steering lock going into that corner to get round that corner. It's like the car just doesn't turn around that corner at all. Hey, sun's coming out. Track's getting lighter. Turn the lights off. No, the lights are still on, but it's getting brighter. Oh, almost encountered the Pirelli board again. Oh. That was close. That was art in mouth moment, that was. Car feels very unsettled at the minute. But then again, I had that weird issue as well, where right in the middle of this race, just now, the force feedback has completely disappeared from my steering wheel. The steering wheel's gone ridiculously light, and it's just, when it was so heavy at the start of the race, you kind of get used to it. Now the wheel's just turning almost freely. It's a bit freaky, and I'm not trusting it. Do not trust my steering wheel anymore with this game either. I don't know whether it's a game issue or whether it's a hardware issue, but for some reason the force feedback and that on my wheel keeps coming and going playing this game, and right now it has definitely left the building. So as you're turning the wheel, you just don't know that you're turning the wheel because you don't feel anything. I just want the race to be over. I just want it to be over. You know? This is not fun for me. Driving around a second a lap slower than the other cars, not being competitive. I think in future when I do the Monaco Grand Prix, I'm going to have to turn the difficulty down, the game difficulty, turn it down to 0 to give me a chance. Bloody Pirelli board. I wish they'd remove it. Such a slow corner, that one. That's probably the best I've taken that corner all race. It's taken me, what, 14 laps to get that corner right? Don't handle that. I'm almost flipping in the barriers there. This track gives you nightmares. Flipping heck, I took that corner twice in a row. I don't have the confidence to attack that corner. Those corners. Whoops. Got to really slow it down. Otherwise I was going to be in the barriers. You can see where I lose all my time. It's these corner bits. Take these corners out and just give us some more straights and I'd be alright. I'm just super slow. Oh. And that's probably not the best way to take that corner. You probably don't want to hit the curb on the outside of the track heading into that section, which is what I did. Doesn't give you a lot of confidence on the brakes when you're on the curb. I'm hoping for more retirements still. I'm hoping somebody's going to have to stick one in the wall somewhere. Cause a bit of a pile up ahead of me. But that's about the only way I can see me getting back into this race. Or getting anything from it is if there's a massive, 10-car pile up somewhere. But I don't think it's going to happen. Even in F2, I think these guys are just too good to have that kind of racing incident. Oh, that was close. Almost crashed. Almost crashed. Man. This race just seems to go on forever and ever and ever. Doesn't end. Can't get any throttle through in that applied in that corner either of us. I'm just going straight to the barrier. Well, it's been a very quiet and lonely race here at the back of the grid. Normally I like lonely races, but I prefer to be at the front when I'm lonely, not at the back. But if this is my only bad track in the whole calendar, I can live with that. One bad race isn't going to cost you too much, is it? I mean, Monaco's the kind of circuit where in a normal Formula 1 career, I'd be taking new engines. I'd take a new engine after practice 1, new engine after practice 2, new engine after practice 3, new engine after qualifying. I'd also take some new gearboxes. I might as well get all the penalties out, all the penalties for the season out the way here on this bogey track that you're not going to perform on anyway. And then later on in the season, when the other teams are having their reliability issues and their engine problems, you've got a flipping storage locker full of engine components, so you won't be taking any penalties. Oh, hit that curb hard. That's probably not done my front wing any good. Thankfully, we're nearly on the last lap. We are on the last lap. This is a bit of a shame. There's only one retirement from the race, and that was Jack Aitken. So did what we did. Oh, did he put it in the barriers on the last lap? I think there's my front wing end plate back there. And I've run out of fuel. Oh my God, I've run out of fuel.
That's the end of the race. We'll see you
I'm
in
pleased it's the last lap, folks, because I ran out of fuel.
A great win then for the Trident team today. And I have to wonder, Davide Valsecchi, just what set them apart from the competition here.
The difference was in the strategy. Credit to the driver for sure, but races like this really drive home how much of a team sport this is. They did a lot of work on the pit wall to really make the most of each stint and to make the best use of these tires. But that said, all of that would have been for nothing without a talented hand on the wheel.
It's the part we've all been waiting for, the podium finish, and it's probably one of the more unexpected finishes in a while. Trident take the victory, and Trident have made huge strides within F2 recently, and today proves that they're not only still in the race, but they're in it to win. Congratulations to everyone on the team. After this round of the World Championship, here's how things look in the drivers' table. The lead at the top has come down after a poor result for our points leader. Now then, Davide Valsecchi, who would you say was your driver of the day?
My driver of the day was Dorian Boccolacci. He did a cracking job of moving through the field. Just a very good race.
And here's how things are shaping up in the Teams Championship. We saw a dip in form from the championship leaders today. Their lead has taken a significant blow. Meanwhile, Arden's strong weekend allows them to continue their march up the table.
My choice is not the same as the fans' choice this time. And both drivers were brilliant today. But the driver I choose today just about has the edge, I think.
After all this drama, you'd be mad not to join us for the next race. We hope to see you then. Take care.
Right, let's head into the sprint race then, folks. Seeing if this is going to be any more less painful. It probably won't be.
And we're back. After yesterday's feature race, the top 8 drivers have been reversed on the grid, setting up some exciting action as we launch into today's event, the sprint race. As we await the start of another hugely anticipated Formula 2 race, I'm joined again by Davide Valsecchi. Davide, as a former GP2 champion, can we get some insight to what is running through these young drivers' heads as they sit out on the grid?
Ciao, Alex. It's a pleasure to be here. There are nervy moments, there is no doubts about that. Mental strength is the key to remaining calm and focusing on the upcoming race. Formula 2 is so competitive, and all of these drivers knows that they are going to be pushing each other all of the way. In this sport, you have to be able to control your nerves.
Right, let's see what we can do. Let's put the front wing up. That's about all we can do. Can't change anything else. In the middle. Right, let's try again, shall we, folks? Try and have a better race. Okay, let's get the sprint race underway then, folks. It's lights out. And away we go. Oh, not good. Got bogged down on the line. Jack Aitken's coming past me into the first cut. No, he's not. No, he's not. We hope. Yes, he is. He's going to drive around the outside of us because I'm being super cautious into that first corner. Do not want to take my wing off. Oh, tell you what I've noticed. The force feedback's back. That's unsettling and unnerving because now the wheel is super heavy again. Oh, I cannot do with this. Yellow flags up ahead. Slow cars in the corner. And off we go. Try to chase these guys down. Oh. Tell you what, it does feel, the car just does, the steering wheel doesn't feel great, and the car's handling feels even worse, despite the fact I've added loads of front wing. I'm really not sure. How to get a car under me that I like for this track. Well, I broke myself. Good thing is, they're not driving off and leaving me this time. I'm actually kind of staying with them. Oops. However, if I keep making mistakes like that, I'm not going to stay with them, am I? Getting away. Oh, thank you. Close again. If I can be close into the tunnel, there might be a chance for a bit of a dive. I'm gonna go for it. I'm going for a dive. Didn't quite make the corner. Oh dear. End of race. Come through there really, really hot. Look. Hit the sausage curbs. It launched. And now the car's going sideways. Bang. There goes the rear suspension. There goes the front suspension. Damn. race, after just doing such a beautiful overtake, I got so carried away. Basically, had done what Max Verstappen did a few years ago in the Red Bull, just come far too hot into this corner. Far too aggressive. Looks like I've already got some front wing damage there on the front left anyway. Boom. Just get launched. And the car's just going sideways at this point. I'm just a passenger. Boom. Oh dear. End of race. End of race, folks. Did not finish. Here comes Jack Aitken. And he's just going to drive straight into the back of me. He takes himself out of the race because he can't avoid me. What an interesting scenario. Well, that didn't go well, did it? That was end of a race for me. Very disappointing.
A great win then for the Arden team today. And Davide Valsecchi, give me your thoughts. How did they accomplish this result?
It was down to one thing: consistent pace over everyone else out there on the track. We could spend a great deal of time talking about race and tire strategy, what has occurred on the track, but at the end of the day, the difference here was down to simply being faster on track than everyone else. Amazing skill on show.
And it's time now for the podium celebrations. And how well deserved is this one? This is a team all about giving talented young drivers an opportunity to race and to win. Arden are your winners here today.
Well, got to regroup, come back stronger next time round, haven't I? Basically, can't afford to do another poor weekend like this. But I hate this track. Hate this circuit. I do. Definitely not my favourite on the calendar by a long way.
So then, it's time to see how this result affects the Drivers' Championship. The gap at the top of the championship has been cut down after a difficult race for our championship leader. And so, driver of the day then, Davide Valsecchi, who do you think you'd go for?
Antoine Hubert, the Arden driver, just surprised me today. It was impressive.
And now a look at the team standings. Meanwhile, Carlin moved up
still
the
hold
table with
first
another
place,
strong
which is good.
performance this weekend. After all this drama, you would be mad not to join us
Well,
for
that's
the next
about
race.
all we can
hope to
take
see you
away
then.
from that
Take care.
race, because that was bad.